Welcome back, fellow gamers. I'd like to go over with you my favorite flavor text from any Magic the Gathering product that was released in 2016. Now, I do have a stipulation that has to be a new card. It cannot be reprinted, so that kind of excludes the From the Vault sets. It also excludes a lot of the Commander product that was printed. At number 5, we have Gift of Tusks from Oath of the Gatewatch. It's an experience you'll never forget. I love this flavor text just because, you know, you're turning into an elephant, you're turning your creature into an elephant, and there's that whole "an elephant never forgets." I just love that whole play on what's going on. And it's just playful and fun, and I like it. It's one of the ones that actually I chuckle every time I play the card. Now for the next one, we have a bit more of a serious tone. And Repeal the Abominable is a card that really showcases how dire the situation was on Innistrad. Fight for a better future even if you may not live to see it. Really gives that sense of you need to give it all. You are a sworn protector of the people, and you're going to fight to your last dying breath. And it's really a card that evokes, like as I mentioned, that feeling of dread on Innistrad. Once Emrakul showed up and was ready to, start flipping shit upside down, I thought it was incredible, and that's one of the ones that really stuck out to me. One of the things about new sets is I love flavor text. I love reading flavor text and what's going on. So this is one that really, not only did it really justify my feeling on, oh god, Emrakul is on Innistrad and things are just getting crazy. It's that you look at these situations and people thinking that they have a chance by fighting the Eldrazi horrors. As if, werewolves, vampires, ghouls weren't enough. Now you have to deal with Eldrazi. It was incredible for me. Yeah. But for everything that card did to give us a sense that things were wrong, there was trail of evidence. Every answer seems to lead to a more terrifying question. That, for me, sends chills up my spine. It's like, you digging deeper just gives you that sense of dread that is only increased by finding out another thing that leads to another question. It's just really like the unknown and the uncertainty was, freaking people out. One of the things I like about either flavor text or when I play a video game is the story leading up to where you are, and then what kind of happens, the wonder of what happens after that event. And Frenzied Fugue, to me, gives that perfect a perfect moment where long after the battle is over, creatures need to live with the idea of what's gone down. Now I know when you cast a creature, it's supposedly just a copy and the other creature is alive and well, whatever plane that they really are. But this here just encapsulates the consequence of casting spells. She lived in fear of the madness reclaiming her. That is so oh. It's just, for me, that's dripping with possibilities and remorsefulness. It captures red perfectly, so that anger, but then after that, the feeling of fear and remorsefulness. It's just, people often forget that red plays on emotion, but it's not just one emotion. There's a lot of obviously different emotions that go into our day-to-day lives, and that captures multiple aspects of it in one card, and with a simple line of flavor text. I love it. Now for this last one, the number one, for me it was a slam dunk. As soon as I read it, I was like, yes, I think this is one of my favorite flavor texts, maybe of all time. I've got to really pour through my cards again and find what a top 5 would look like all time. But this one, while I had trouble slotting 5 through 2, number 1, it was number 1 from the get-go. Only one vault was great enough to hold Emrakul. Now, when I first saw this card, I was like, come on. There's no way they can beat Emrakul. There's no way that the Gatewatch, I don't care if they have an extra Planeswalker or 2 on their side now, it doesn't matter. You can't beat Emrakul. But this flavor text is made only better by knowing how she got in prison and why she was imprisoned. And it's honestly, I love it. I love this card. I play it. I play this card in every blue deck now. I just love the card. The flavor text just makes it seem so grandioso. Such a great line. And it's the Hell Vault will not have worked. There's nothing and no other planes that could really hold Emrakul for that long. Now, yeah, there's a huge hedge on Network on Zendikar, but that's not there anymore, and there are no more old walkers to power it. So this here is what's got to go, and I can't wait till we go back to Innistrad. Not necessarily to break Emrakul out, because that might not even happen, but I would like to see what her influence on the plane is, even though she's locked away, or there's got to be something. There's got to be some fallout. So yeah, on my list, I didn't have any Kaladesh cards. I looked through it. I had a few on the list, but ultimately they just didn't make the cut. A lot of cards from the Innistrad block. I really bought on board with what was going down. I'd love to know what card that has your favorite flavor text from the past year didn't make it onto my list. Let me know. And I guarantee you there's probably a few that I'll be like, yeah, that's a really good piece. I had to cut it down to 5, and those are the 5 that I chose, but I would definitely love to hear your opinions and what you think should have been on this list. Let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, you can always check out some of my other videos. And if you'd like to subscribe, you can do that right here as well. And that lets you know when we either go live for our live streams or when we upload new videos. I'd really like to thank you for making me a part of your day. And until next time, good gaming.